That spear, I mean, I knew after I jumped we were going to hit something special. I didn't think it would live the way it has.
We're about to see the debut of Edge, and we are back here in the Frank Irwin Center. Edge on his way to the ring.
There was some pressure because of the vignettes, but I also wanted that. You want that pressure. You want that kind of backing or push behind you. But then, again, with that comes some pressure.
All we know about this young man is that we are told he is some sort of tortured soul.
As much as the vignettes and everything were great, I still had no idea what Edge was. No one did. So that can be good in a way because you're kind of left to your own devices to figure this thing out. But I was also left to my own devices to figure this thing out.
Edge and Jose Estrada representing Los Boricuas. And Jose, I guarantee you, is a tough son of a gun, a great challenge for Edge here. Man.
What I find interesting is that the first move I hit in my televised career was the spear. That's a lot of hair. So that was what I would do when I was just clueless as to what to do. Like, I was like Ricky Bobby, what do I do with my hands? I'd just scream. And it was a whirlwind of emotions that night because I was super excited. I'm finally getting to do this thing on the stage that I've always wanted to do it on. I'm in the place I always wanted to be, and then I knocked my opponent out.
And look at this great move! Oh, man, big service all over the top. And the Edge with tremendous force. He nailed Jose, and
here I'm coming to the realization like he's not getting up because the back of my leg hurt from where it hit him in the head. And Timmy White saying, he's out, kid. That's it. And just all of the emotions of what just happened? What did I just do? Oh man, it was a tumultuous, emotional night. And I just remember feeling horribly for Jose. It's not this grandiose debut with all of these flowery feelings. It's kind of the opposite of that. But again, I learned. So I don't look at anything as a mistake if I can take some points from it to throw in my tool belt, for the coming years. I just remember us talking how we wanted to be a pack of wolves here. Just how a pack of wolves would attack a moose. We all just dove into it. I started buying vampire encyclopedias so that I could understand some of the lore and some of the history of what could, be some kind of background story for this character. We knew we'd caught something pretty cool, and we were all friends. We rode together. And then once we got doing the entrance and just really feeling this thing, you could tell that we were having fun. And I felt like we were kind of right on the cusp of that kind of vibe really exploding in popular culture, whether it was, the Blade movies, the Interview with Vampire movies, whether it was Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, just kind of all of that happening at that time. It felt like we were riding that kind of giant, for lack of a better term, gothic wave. We put an immense amount of pressure, all 6 of us, all 9 of us really, to try and outdo what we did with the first TLC, which was at SummerSlam. And there we had, the hometown boys, the Hardys, and we were in Raleigh, North Carolina. We had, I think, maybe a little more confidence for that one, also because it was the first one. So you got a blank canvas to paint your story. They knew they were going to get something, tornado through a trailer park spectacle. And we also wanted to steal the show. We wanted to steal WrestleMania. We knew what we were up against. Rock and Austin, Taker, Triple H. I mean, this was a hellacious WrestleMania. It was an awesome, awesome WrestleMania.
Speaking of Spike, there's little 150-pound Spike Dudley. And Spike dropping Edge face first.
This we had the added bonus of having Spike Dudley be able to come down and hit Dudley dogs, and we had Lita to come down and to push us off the ladder. We had Rhino. We had extra tools, for lack of a better term now, to add another level and another element.
Oh, look at Edge! Oh my God! Edge for the 20-foot ladder with a spear on Jeff Hardy! For the love of God, Jeff Hardy may be broken! Smack dab in half!
That spear, I mean, I knew after I jumped we were going to hit something special. I didn't think it would live the way it has. It's easily the most played clip of my career, I think. All I can say is, it doesn't happen without Jeff Hardy. It does not happen if I don't have that guy being willing to take that and also trust me to make sure that he's going to be okay as you can be with that. Because I knocked myself silly on it, so I can't even imagine what went through his brain when we landed. But it doesn't happen without Jeff. Man, Eddie, I've never seen anyone with the explosiveness that Eddie Guerrero had.
Latino Heat, the fiery competitor, gonna balance the top rope. Oh, what a counter! What a counter by Edge!
The way his hips popped him into things and just a snap. That was the spectacular part of wrestling Eddie. It wasn't a night off with Eddie. It wasn't. It was work, because he wanted the absolute best. Again, perfectionist. The first time we wrestled was at SummerSlam, and we got to the back and we went, it was okay. Because we thought Eddie versus Edge should be more than just okay. This was the match where we finally felt we got the match to where it should be if it's Eddie Guerrero versus Edge.
This no disqualification matchup could find it! Oh, wow, did you hear that?
Here is where I think I might have done the initial damage to my neck, because I heard a crack. And I don't know if it's, okay, I had a broken neck there, or if it was just something started there, something not so good.
Uh-oh, Eddie Guerrero! Oh my God!
That one there, I think it cuts back to me, and I don't know what's happening right there. But as Eddie's crawling over here, he started crawling over, and he goes, "We got him now, SA." And I'll never forget it. His army crawling over like he's going through mud. And he said, "We got him now, SA." And then I slammed his head off the ladder there. I think it was for 11 stitches.
Oh my God. Oh no. What the hell is Edge doing here? No. Oh my God.
This is ugly!
An execution! An execution! An execution! From the top of the ladder!
And then I just remember us talking here like, wow, we did it. We did it. We got the one we wanted. The next day, we're on the same flight back to Tampa. And Eddie rounds the corner, and he's kind of walking like the hunchback, and he's got the stitches. He looks like Frankenstein. I can't turn my head at all. We both look like Frankenstein, actually. So we just kind of looked at each other and laughed. Like, what do we do? But, and then we sat beside each other on the flight home, and we just kind of basked in the feeling that you get when you know you knock something out of the park. Randy was, he was still new, but he was red hot, and clearly, the genes, the genes were there, the DNA was there. The apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Edge counters. Priest lock. Oh, Impaler. And modified DDT. We got a new tone. Man, I thought we were sure we had a new Intercontinental Champion there.
I just remember thinking, like, here's a guy that I knew I could have great chemistry with. I just knew it. The first time I met him, he wasn't with the company. He came with his dad to a show in St. Louis, and I remember him and I talking. And I thought to myself, I got a feeling him and I are gonna have some history together at some point. And really, this was the beginning of our history. With Randy, for whatever reason, and there's no explaining it. It doesn't mean one guy's better than another. It doesn't at all. It just means that makeup, that chemical makeup, hits right away with some, never does with others, and sometimes you work to get there. Him and I, we had it from jump, and Randy is one of a kind. There's nobody that moves like Randy. There's nobody that, I can't even explain the extra, the special sauce that he has, but he has it. And anyone who watches him, and you talk to any veteran of this industry, they're always going to name check Randy Orton. I think this is like maybe our second match against each other. He'd had a long IC title reign and was going to move on to the world title from here. But I just remember talking, and we started slow. We wanted to start and tell a story and make it feel like almost like an NWA world title match. And it was Hartford, and we both knew if we kept working, we'd get them where we wanted to get them, because we were trying to tell a story. And I feel like that match, we did. We told the story.
Series of near fall. Hit this back. Exchange. Oh, that exposed turnbuckle. The spear. That's got to be it. It is. And just won the title. Oh my God.
I love and always loved the Intercontinental title, because that was the title that the guys like, Savage, Steamboat, Brett, Shawn. It was as I got closer to the industry and closer to breaking through the boundary of being inside the industry instead of the bubble outside, where those are the matches that I was gravitating to. Those are the matches that I was drawn to and studying and pulling apart and trying to get the layers of the onion to figure out exactly why they were doing what they were doing and how were they doing it. And so to me, that was the lineage of what the Intercontinental title was. I still thought that by cashing it in, I wouldn't be winning it.
And this individual is cashing in his money in the bank privilege that he earned at WrestleMania. Edge!
You think you knew me?
I don't think this should be like a set match. Edge is this vile villain. Shouldn't he cash in when the odds are totally stacked in his favor? And that interaction there with Vince, when I handed it over to him, he said, "Prove me right." So that was my intent.
Edge will spear John Cena over and over again if he has to. Oh, and again, covered. He got him. My God, what has happened here tonight?
All of that emotion and all playing past my eyes at that point. All the the road trips or the paying to wrestle or wrestling in barns, all of it flashing by there as I'm getting that thing for the first time. Man, this one, Mick and I had some pretty crazy ideas.
Edge is looking to end this matchup quickly this early on. He hit it! He hit it! The spear! Edge hit the spear! Edge may have perhaps dislocated his shoulder, hit that spear. Wait a minute.
We both had a mission. I wanted to prove that Edge should be in the main event, and I wanted Mick to have his, again, back to that WrestleMania moment. And I knew I was in the right frame of mind, and I was the right guy to help him achieve that. And I knew that he was the right guy to help me achieve my goals. One of the knocks was, "Oh, but is Edge tough?" Well, if this one didn't prove it, I don't know what did.
Thumbtacks!
I remember telling Mick, it's like, well, I think, I got to go into the thumbtacks. It's almost a rite of passage. You've done it, but they haven't seen Edge do it. And I remember here just, okay, not even thinking about it. Whatever. And when I actually land, the first thing I thought was, I feel like I landed in a pool on my back from about 20 feet in the air. Just, so there's some reality to that reaction.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen?
So Mick and I both came to the table with a lot of ideas, and this one was mine, and I can't say I really fully thought through it. I realized, wait, I'm diving headfirst into the flames. I'm not wearing a flannel and a t-shirt and another t-shirt. I got nothing on. So I was looking at my arm there because it was legitimately smoking. Also just realizing we made it through. And then here, as strange as this is, right here, I tell him I love him. And he tells me that back because we felt like we both did what we set out to do. This was the pinnacle. To me, it didn't get any higher than this. This is the biggest nod you can get in the industry.
Way up top. Oh no, top rope. Oh, superplex.
To walk into WrestleMania in the main event, come out last against The Undertaker, streak versus World Heavyweight Championship. I remember here, I'm shaking my arms out because I couldn't feel them. I was so amped up, but I couldn't feel my hands. I was like, oh, I'd never had that much positive feeling going through me. To get in there with him, most tenured guy in the locker room, leader of the locker room, his word goes a long way. And before this, we had only wrestled each other once in a singles match, and it was in Chile. And we went like 45 minutes in that altitude because we wanted to see where we were at. If there was ever a moment where I would have kind of looked back at people who said I couldn't do it and felt vindicated, this would have been the one, you know. It was a vindication, but it was also a vindication to myself that all of it, all of the surgeries, all the northern roads, northern tours, like all of that stuff was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. Anything that's great is going to be hard. And, you know, to get in here with a guy like that in a setting like this, again, it's the pinnacle.
Get Edge, get to the ropes. The champion's in trouble. Will he tap? Will he tap? Edge trying to make it. He's a foot away from the rope. And he taps out.
This was a really fun night to lose the WWE title in the first chamber and then come back and win the World Heavyweight in the second chamber. I just thought such an ultimate opportunist Edge thing to do.
Edge thinking spear. Inside cradle counter. Jeff Hardy beats Edge. Edge is eliminated. And do you know what that means? We're guaranteed to see a new WWE champion crowned here tonight.
And also to lose within the first 3 minutes. And just now the people, that audience knows they're getting a new champ. So there's a different excitement that now adds to that match. A lot of talented cats in this. It was really fun because those chamber matches they can be a thing, and they hurt a lot. Like this right here, hurt. Guaranteed it hurt. I don't care what anybody says, it hurt.
4 men remain in the Elimination Chamber. It may soon be 3. Chris Jericho! Codebreaker! Again from out of nowhere! And Mysterio, every man for himself! Spear! Edge covers the champion! You gotta be kidding me! What? You've gotta be kidding me! What? Even Edge can't believe it! Edge eliminated the world champion!
Again, back to that whole idea of the champ being eliminated, you know you're going to get something new here because, you know, Cena, he's the ultimate hero, right? So we had to come up with something that could take the ultimate hero out and also still have people going, whoa, I did not see that coming. And this was that moment. Again, something may happen again one day, I don't know. But this was the first time, kind of like the Money in the Bank. So to be involved in a lot of those firsts is really it's very cool. It's very cool for the company to think I can pull off these firsts.
Entry number 21 in the Royal Rumble. Dolph back into the ring. Styles as well. Who's it gonna be?
You think you know me?
No way. Oh my!
You gotta be kidding me.
The Rated R Superstar! Edge is here!
Every emotion that I'm feeling plays on my face as I'm walking out here. I'm dumbfounded, I'm kind of shocked even though I knew it was gonna happen. I'm overwhelmed, emotional, happy. But also, I gotta prove to everybody that I can get in there and do this and come back from something nobody's come back from. That to me is the biggest, it's the challenge of it. And that's what this was. It was just a massive, massive challenge that no one's had to overcome that challenge. And I wanted to see if I could do it. And I felt I could.
And trying to pull himself back to his feet. Roman Reigns is in position and ready. Went for the spear. Edge able to leapfrog. Spear on his own!
And then this is my first time in there with Reigns, and I immediately realized, okay, we got something here. Me and this guy click. Yeah, it was just, again, a surreal night. I think at this point I'm in there close to 25 minutes, and I felt great. It just felt really, really good. It felt like I hadn't missed a day. It felt really good to be in there with like the elite of this generation. You know, between Drew, between Reigns and Rollins, and you know, all of those guys, to be in there with them and be able to hang felt really, really good.
Edge just hanging on barely, and Edge is eliminated by Roman Reigns.
Wow. This was such a blast.
A double spear by the Grit Couple! And how quickly things change.
Yeah, I sat down with Vince and he said, we were thinking about you and Beth teaming up. I was like, what? Oh, God, that's amazing. We never thought this would be anywhere within the realm of possibility. So to get to come out and do this with our kids in the front row, our family and friends in the front row, against Mike and Maurice, who are the ultimate foil. They get it so much. And what a blast. Just an absolute, just fun. Like, that's what I can say about this. It was just fun, which is what it should be. But Mike is just so giving, and he just gets it, man. The most versatile guy on our roster, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
No way. Yes! No way! Amazon slam coming for both of the In Couple. Shoulders down, and the Grit Couple takes it home.
I think her spear is better than my Glam Slam. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, just an absolute blast. And this was coming, you know, out of the pandemic to where we were really fully in crowds again and just feeling that and just getting to do that together. My gosh, talk about something that wouldn't have been on the list, but if I knew it could be, it would have been, you know, number one on the list.
Reverse.
Oh, slam by Edge, explosive, catching Eddie out of nowhere.
Put it this way, when you ask the majority of people if they're doing what they wanted to do for a living from the time they were a child, chances are that answer is going to be no. There's a very finite number of people who can say, no, I dreamed of becoming this, and I got to do it. That's not lost on me. You know, this is all I ever wanted to do, and didn't exactly end the way I wanted it to the first time, but now I'm going to have some power as to how that ends now, and got to do the gig I always wanted to do. But to look back at it now and just think, you know, quarter of a century, like that's kind of insane. And when I think about the amount of talent that I've been lucky enough to get in there with over that time frame, and essentially three generations, you know, because I can look at it and go, okay, I wrestled Terry Funk, I wrestled Jerry Lawler, I wrestled Ric Flair, then I wrestled Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and Triple H and Mick Foley, and then I've been able to now get in there with Rollins and Reigns and Balor and AJ, and when I think of it in those terms, it kind of blows me away sometimes. I'm a happy man, and when that door finally closes and those last pair of boots are taken off, you get to go home and be dad. I mean, that's the best gig in the whole world, actually.